Good day, everybody. What you're looking at is the pinion yoke of the back of my little YJ. Notice something missing? Well, of course you would. Driveshaft's missing, duh. But here's the story. I'm rolling on 65 and all of a sudden all hell breaks loose and it literally gives me like 10 seconds vibration. Now I showed you guys how to do the U-joint video, so you guys know that the U-joints are not very old. And if you haven't seen the videos, I'll put the link in there somewhere. You'll see it. But nonetheless, you see that I got pretty much new U-joints you guys see in the videos. I don't wheel this thing hard. I wheel it a little bit, but nothing extreme. But when it turned loose, not the big hole, you can't really see it from the rust, but there's a big dent right there, all that right there. But that's just really the least of my worries. A little bit of beating banging there ain't no big deal. But look what I done to my transfer case. People, there is something missing here. What should be here is a cone coming out of here that the drive shaft slides upon this shaft, your output shaft of your transfer case. You see right here where it's broken. When the drive shaft come out, obviously it broke my tail shaft, so I've got another one on order right now. It should be here within a few days. But I'm really kind of confused as to why it turned loose to begin with. Because, I mean, I've checked my U-bolts and all that stuff. The only thing I can suspect is that, hold on a second, let me find something for you. Now, what you see here is the little hole the U-joints in. Now, let's give you a little of my history here, okay? I do IT for a living. I take care of a network, computers, and stuff like that for a college campus. But before that, I spent probably 10, 12 years in the engineering field designing products, stress testing, stress loading, all this stuff like that. So which makes me think, you know, this right here, what idiot would think that this would be a good longevity thing? A stamped piece of metal is going to hold all that pressure in. I used to have a 440 Charger that had the 8 3/4 rear end under it, and it was a common thing for me to twist these U-joints out, and it was snapping the bolts on it. I ended up selling it before I changed the yoke. So I'm going to modify this yoke. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Ford style U-joints, U-bolts in, but what we got to do, we got to drill these holes right here to fit the U-bolts through. So I just made a jig a few minutes ago on my drill press, so let me show you guys how that works. I'll be right back. Okay, here's what we're going to have to do. These holes right here has got these small, takes these little small bolts like this right here. I think they're 8mm, I believe, or something like that. I'm putting these in. They go in like so inside the yoke. Well, if you can see it. But the trick to it is you got to make sure you drill these holes straight. Now, if you don't trust yourself, which I mean, this is one of those deals to where if you get the holes wrong and like drill out the side of the yoke or something like that, well, you're going to buy a new yoke. So you want to make sure you get as straight as possible. So what I did, I put this at 2x4 in my drill press, made sure it was when the drill went through, that it was exactly perpendicular to going through, you know, your lines here. So therefore, when I lay it against the yoke here, and I take the drill to run it through, it's going to go. Make sure I drill my holes straight. So therefore, it lessens the chance of me making a boo-boo and destroying a yoke. Now, there's going to be some of you say, why don't you just buy a new yoke that's got that U-bolt already done? Well, it's like this. I eventually want to do an 8.8 conversion on this, and when I do, the 8.8s have a flat plate. Now, it's a flange plate. So I really don't want to spend the money if I don't have to buying a new yoke. Just what I'm going to try eventually change that rear disc. And also, I mean, the replacement yoke is like 60, 70 bucks. A couple of those U-bolts like I just showed you are $8. Do the math. It's not hard to figure that one out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get set up now. I got the proper drill bit in the drill, and get ready to start drilling these holes. So I'll be right back with you in a moment. okay, let's see if it's going to drill us a hole here. Now what I have, of course, I had the 2x4 and the proper size drill bit, because that drill bit I showed you guys a moment ago was just for me to be able to show you what I was up to by using this 2x4. And so I've got the 2x4 here, I'm using a 5/16 drill bit, which is ran through. And what you do is you take the bit, bump it into the middle right there of the hole you're wanting to drill out. Now mind you, by doing this little trick with a 2x4, you can do this about anything that you need at exact 90 degrees or as close as possible as 90 degrees. So not just this dip yoke, you can use it on another piece of wood, furniture, or whatever, it doesn't matter. But whenever I push that thing up there and flush it out to the yoke, I can feel the drill reposition itself being perpendicular to the yoke. So now we're just going to drill us a hole. Alright people, I'm just going to say one disclaimer real quick. I mean, I do these videos to show you guys what I do to fix my Jeep. But at the same time, there's some things that's at the point of no return. When I pull this trigger and drill this hole, if I screw up, this yoke's junk. So bear in mind, if you're not comfortable with doing this type of alterations, mods, or whatever yourself, bear in mind that, you know, this is a point of no return, that I have to change this yoke if I screw it up. So I just wanted to say that. So if you elect to do it yourself, there you go. I want to point out too, if you see the shavings coming out the other side, I had my finger laying right there. Good time to move your finger, that might hurt. Ow, and the drill bit gets hot, by the way. And my U-boat, where did it go? There it is. Ta-da! That's what's going to happen. Now I got to drill this side. And I drilled this side. Of course, I got to drill the other three. But then this is going to go through there, on like this right here. That's going to hold the U-joint in place much better than those stock little piece of crap straps the Chrysler came out with. So there's no need to be boring you to death watching me drill the other three holes. So I'm going to kill the camera for a few minutes, drill these holes, and I'm going to show you what happens next. Let me position the camera a little different, get a better angle on this. There we go. Alright, well this right here is just a U-joint I had laying around. Which see I've already got it stuck in, just kind of show you guys what's going on. Take U-bolts now go in like this, and they pass all the way through. Now one thing you got to kind of keep a watch out for, sometimes depending on how thick this part right here is, if these threads don't go back further enough, you may have to get your tap set, your dies, and cut these threads back a little bit further. You might have to, you might not, depends. And one thing too, I was using that, I'm like in a really weird position here. I was using that wooden block as a guide, which worked out really well, mind you. But if you actually have a piece of like 2-inch square tubing or something like that to drill your guide with, it'd be so much better. Because I ended up having to drill another hole here. Because you see this right here, I kind of got my drill cattywampus and got it a little bit crooked. I didn't knock my hole off of the yoke too bad. I mean, it's totally livable. So anyway, U-bolt goes in there, and depending on how far your center is this way, you know, whenever you drill it, you may have to give a little bit of a love tap to it with a linear persuasion tool, or If you have to take your drill and go back inside there, just kind of open the hole up a little bit, do it finesse. I mean, just like a little bit of metal, test it, a little bit, test it. You can always take out more metal, but you can't put it back in, so be slow and cautious with it. Anyway, slide that in. A little tap if you want to, but the thing of it is, we're going to put the nuts and bolts on. Well, I'm just doing it for demonstration purposes, because obviously I'm not going to leave it this way. And you put that on there, you tighten those nuts up, and you're good to go. Now, obviously this right here would normally be the drive shaft going in, but I got to wait for that tail shaft piece from my transfer case to come in, then I'll put my drive shaft in. But I just want to show you guys how that worked. Notice how beefy these are, much stronger than those little weenie straps right here. These things suck. I ain't gonna say the rest of what I was about to say, but try to keep my channel rated PG as close as possible. But these are definitely a lot stronger. Back in the day when I had that old Dodge Charger, I really wish I'd done that with it. I wouldn't have slung so many drive shafts out of that thing. Luckily, I didn't lose my drive shaft when this thing came out. As soon as I felt the bottom of the Jeep just go nuts, I hit the clutch instantly, which kept the drive shaft from spinning and turning anymore. So therefore, I kept the drive shaft in the transfer case, and I pulled over on the side of the road to check out the carnage. So I'll tell you what, let me come up underneath this Jeep real quick, and I will show you guys. There's the back end of my transfer case. When that drive shaft turned loose, obviously it did it with a hell of a force. You seen the dents on the bottom. You see where it's missing off the transfer case, but it snapped it right through there. Luckily my tail shaft is still straight. I'll tell you what, when I get this part in next weekend, I'll be putting it back together. When I put it back together, then I'll shoot the video showing you guys the the tail shaft spinning and also like that, to show you guys how see that it's straight and all that, and how to put this on and all that. Wish I had my Mustang together still. I'd be driving it, but hey, I got a really cool dad. I got his truck right now. So beefy, weepy, 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 beefy, weepy, beefy, weepy. Chrysler wasn't very smart. Ford was. Whoa, did I just say that? Ford does something right. You guys knew how much crap I ripped out of my Mustang to make it the way I want it. But anyway, beefy, beefy. And here's the part number you guys need: 81004, over in your little help section of your local auto parts store. You need 2 of these per end of your drive shaft. Hey, my fellow Jeepers, I was going to do my closing on the outside out there, but I was having technical difficulties. Now I got the technical difficulties resolved, and it's dark outside, so I shoot my video here, shoot my closing here. So, to start out with, I just want to say my misfortune becomes your education. And I want to give you a little bit more education about the whole mechanics of that drive shaft. Okay, it's no secret that drive shaft, you're going down the road, it's spinning, it's turning your pinion gear spins the ring gear spins your axles and pushes you on down the road. Axles turns the wheels, and wheels turns the tires, and if you want to get off techie about it. But anyway, but the problem of it is, rear universal joint back here, a sucker snaps. Bam! I mean, your drive shaft is doing like this right here, it's just flopping loose, it's hitting the bottom. You see the carnage on the bottom of the Jeep. You seen the dent in the exhaust, you seen the bottom of the tub, you seen the damage it can do. It dinged my drive shaft a little bit, which I didn't show you guys that, not a big deal. But honestly, broken U-joint, dents in the exhaust, dents in the bottom of the tub, all that crap is the least of your worries. And here's why. Any vehicle, be it YJs or be it a truck, car, whatever, that has a slip yoke drive shaft system like that, that yoke goes beside here. It's spinning. This is your transfer case here. It's spinning, it's turning everything. But when this thing starts flopping, it's going nuts. It's slowly going to work its way out off that shaft. Now, The short drive shaft on the Jeeps, the possibility is definitely there. Now, a long drive shaft like on a full-size truck, it will come the heck out quick. So here is the problem with that. You're doing 65, 70 down the highway, you got a tube about that long, or a truck, you got one a lot longer, that bit around, it hits asphalt, what does that drive shaft become? Anybody and everybody behind you, that drive shaft just became a missile. So my point is, as soon as you hear the chaos underneath the vehicle, that sounds like it's just something going mad, beating the bottom of your vehicle with a hammer, clutch it, neutral, something. Stop that tail shaft from turning. Because what's happening, okay, it's bang, 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 it's beating the bottom of your vehicle all to pieces. As soon as that tail shaft stops, drive shaft drops. It's all over with. No more violence, beating, or anything like that, and less likely for it to come out. Now, the only caveat to that is if you've got like a truck or something like that and the drive shaft drops down a long ways, because they got a big old long drive shaft, and GMC had a monster drive shaft under it. If it drops down, it drags asphalt, it's coming out. But the point of it all is, get inside the road ASAP before something happens, something very bad happens. So, clutch it, neutral, something, get inside the road when you hear it. And trust me, once you hear it that first time, you'll never, ever guess again what that noise is. So, my misfortune becomes your education. So, what are you going to do with this education? You gotta give me a thumbs up because I taught you something. Come on. Thumbs up if you like the video. Share out to YouTube, Google, Facebook, all the Twitter, and those other social media things I really haven't got that hip on yet. Share it out to everybody. And while you're at it, be sure to subscribe, because when you subscribe, I make a video, I post it, I push it up to YouTube, you guys get an email saying, yo, here's I made another one, so go check it out. Think about it. Alright. Now, there's also one more thing. www.fixjeeps.com. All these videos I make that pertain to the Jeep go to that website. fixjeeps.com. Go check it out. Now it just have these videos all in one place. It also has great information on the YJs to where how to do diagnostic trouble codes, the whole list of the crosser codes that comes along with that. So great information, www.fixjeeps.com. Go check it out. Coming up soon too, some TJ stuff. My dad drives an 06 TJ. I'm going to start doing some things to his before too long to give you guys who's got the TJs a little heads up education on those. So coming up, good stuff. But most of all, I want you out there in YouTube land to have yourself a great day. Peace out. See y'all.